So, actually, of tonight's of Monday Night Raw. So, Monday Night Raw was a really good show tonight. So, let's go just break down on everything that just happened tonight. So, here's the everything you want to know about tonight's, and you haven't seen it. It was a good show tonight. So let's go break down everything about tonight's Raw and you haven't missed. So if you want to buy something like like Spider-Man games, you get Spider-Man 3 is gonna be press release is coming soon. And speaking with of WWE 2K26 update in Windows and so much more in two separate ways. So you get one enough application below on my screen. And don't forget to like and subscribe in this video. So here's everything about tonight's. Let's go to break down right here. So so in the first off we have your new tag team champions. After Raw has opened with a recap of last week's show with the permanently focused bring on this match. After between CM Punk and Braun Breaker after the busting this shots on people has arrived. Acting at the in this area of in the sky and we Ripley made their way to the mountain down to the ring. I just indicate the plane said it was a long road just a tiles, but they finally beat the Kobe Royals to claim the goal. And ASK the plane said. So Oscar and Kelly they have no respect, but in Rhea Ripley respect in the East Oval. And that is why they won. So Rhea Ripley plane said they were going to slight issues in silence to any tag teams, but this it was before. I just see a struggle and could finish her sentence. It was Liv Morgan and Rosa Perez came out to take the stag deal claim at a towel shot. It didn't take that long for Bailey and Lottie Fackett to sign the apart. And this was a pretty scandal. The new champions have multiple people responding to a title shot. And between a full salesman was good. You made it seem just kind of this thing. So also countless at times before it's any easy way to create a multiple pass versus just full story to go. After between Oscar and Kylie Saint show up and pull the Sabians out of the audience at the ring. It wasn't just before the hang ball fight was into the sky and Rhea Ripley recovered and cleared to the ring. This was a destined full assessment, but it didn't make any of the silencers look like they were a threat. I think it's always good to make your siblings look like strong, but when you are trying to build a new this field, and you need to the silencers to look like and they have the series of number one in the one way in oval in games for Southman was good, was fair to do that. So this was sitting just full recap of last week's show was to remind you that WWE didn't do enough for the streaming things. Of course, overall, there was so many parsley that were visible squangle. I know why it felt like shots of top superstars has arriving as this area. I think he took longer than Nussno. It must be nice for Liv Morgan to be a title tag team partner for but once. It's always fun to see the Scarlet crowds has reacted to Bayley and sing to her. So here's the next match. We have Siobhan Evans goes one-on-one against Bravo Nakano. Anya last time a full asses Siobhan Evans has Anya Fitting, Season Creed in a main event on January 5th. It lost Nakano's Anya Fitting the Warriors and main event on January 5th. Anya of one of the recent NXT call-ups was in for asses this week when Siobhan Evans took on one insult of the Nakano's Destroyer Bravo. Nakano has it Anglante and Nakano and OAYO. Nakano will by Japan's side. Either between Siobhan Evans took a 12 running in news just goes to keep Bravo off the balance. After he hit a series of the high flying moves on that had the crowd singing for him. So Bravo Nakano Nakano has straddled the referee. So Anglante could a kick that allowed Bravo to take the 12, and he hit a quick slam for the 2 count. So just it was before and trying to ground to Siobhan Evans in a headlock. So a young OC turned things around with a dive, also a top rope, also followed by a running knee strike. But a few moments later, the OC Carlo got him to the win. So yes, it was a short match, but they managed to make it entertaining with a handful of spots, and Siobhan Evans looked great, but he was forced to refrain with an all-sweet masked man that started attacking him. So what if this match had more time and Bravo was allowed to wrestle in his own style? It could have been the best thing on the show. So, in the winner of this match, Siobhan Evans. I think it is a case that you still didn't know about. Bravo has no title bait, and AYO is Pete Dunne. Also, a triple threat with the teams involved in the already full announcement was announced to film a new number one contender for the women's tag team titles. After between Liv Morgan was shown Tony Finn Bottle, he needs to take things seriously because he is the only one in the group not facing a title. So I just a little sad that Larry Castle wasn't able to perform as himself in his home country, and Bullet hit just airplane spin in which Monaco almost missing his plane. One of Tyler Bate sensitive moves before he was stopping himself. The way of Savon Evans jump up to the top of the rope and hit his bands fly. Yes, it was awesome. So speaking to the Sabian speaks to CM Punk, he said, I wasn't doing a moment at backstage. It was Adam Page. There was a song giving Paul Heyman a warning for Braun Breaker for when he arrived at the area. So it was after a break, the World Heavyweight Champion has came out to address the crowd with following his Scarborough defense from last week against Braun Breaker. And CM Punk talked about being on the road to WrestleMania and how anything can happen, and he mentioned Cody Rhodes and mentioned the WWE title wasn't simple, but he said he plans to be the champion forever, and he is willing to surpass the forces. After it looked like he was going to make this short promo was good, but Finn Balor came out to interrupt him. It was before Punk could leave. He said he isn't waiting for the Royal Rumble of Mrs. Symbol to get his title shot. So after Punk said he has been waiting for Finn Balor to take his title shot, but he has been too busy playing video games and selling Liv Morgan's shoes. He said he wanted to put the title on the line against Finn Balor tonight, and was got a loud pop from audience at the crowd. After between Balor, Dwayne said he wanted to wait until next week when they are in his home country of All-In, and Punk agreed, but Dwayne said he will still be serving after next week. So this was a pretty straightforward assessment, but that worked to his benefit. This isn't mass a lot of people have to wanted to see, so they didn't need to take a advocate to get their Finn Balor, and Punk did a good job. There's a creating hype for this crankly. So I just an excellent crowd and seemed really excited to see CM Punk. After it was hard to tell whether the crowd was booking the missing two of Cody Rhodes. Also between the facts that he lost the title by Drew McIntyre. but St. Paul's got a point of the top notch. So here's the next match. We have Kobe Royals against Bailey and Lara Fakia against Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. So also the last time in full Athens, Kobe Rose lost to Aya Sky and Rhea Ripley on Raw, finishing in 5th, and Liv Morgan undefeating La Fakia Raw, finishing 5th, and Bailey undefeating Perez on Raw of December 19th. So I just a triple threat attack match to find a new number one contenders was the women's titles. Tag titles was up for next. It was Bailey. The Asuka and Liv Morgan started into the ring for their teams. Asuka was the first one to tag out after a quick back and forth squashes, but it is over quickly for so all three fresh partners went into the ring. Kairi Singh and Lara Fakia and Perez had a much more physical things. It was Cody spilled out of the ring where Kairi Singh took out all 5 of the over women's with a hang dive from the top to the buckle to the floor. So after we are 6, these women are known for bringing good has a performance, so it has no surprise, and they work well together to put on a fun match. Kairi Singh was funny and stand out both for her in-ring body and for her classmate in in-ring win, and she wasn't the illegal competitor. She was doing something to make the match more, if it was entertaining. So, I think we have all 6 women pre-appetite in solo spots in following of multiple competitors, but the 4 asses got away from them as the referee had to remind Oscar that there was no tag when Singh tried to pin Morgan at one point. So after all, and then that was awkward moment. This was a show of a performance from everyone has evolved, and Morgan scored the win for her team by pinning Kairi Singh with bosses. So in the winner of this match, Roxanne Perez and Liv Morgan. So Kairi Singh has been dancing also this April while the crowd sang to Bailey was so funny. The sweet people train pants so the way they answer beginning never makes any sense. And you know it's going to get broken up. So it's always felt like but one of those squashes that is never going to lead to anything. And it was hard to tell what the crowd was saying in the middle of the match. WWE seems to have turned down the mood to swing Paul Bailey. This kind of work is probably for the best. It was a credible storyline to begin with, but it also didn't seem to be going anywhere. Agent White will barely hold onto her own partner was a double swimming simplex that made no sense. So, speaking to Raquel Rodriguez is not playing around. So, article to indicate in this full interview with Raquel Rodriguez on the stage, and he said he was very surprised to see her with the word the stop so alone has to sneak attack and is this insult Sabian from last week. In between with Raquel, Bain said that she is tired of waiting around and getting screwed out of the title. Instead, Raquel so up this security made Raquel leave backstage, but she returned in a few moments later and attacked Sabian again. She slammed her inner leg into the Westward correct floor before finally leaving. This was so full assessment that repayments that same story beats has still possibly encountered, but it also kind of worked. Having Mikhail Cody attack and insult Shipping is going to do one of two things. We will either see Raquel is going to end this story as Sabian, or it's going to lead to still Raquel looking like a fighting Sabian who can't retain the title with the odds all the stack against her. So I think it's funny how Becky Lynch keeps missing about Boston reports and sports care in her promo. So here's the next match. We have Boston Reed and Austin Theory against Dragon Lee and Penta. After 4 accident, last 4 accidents has Boston Reed and Austin Theory undefeating Punk and Rey Mysterio on Raw of December 19th. Dragon Lee and Styles lost to the Usos on Raw on December 29th. Independent lost to Sakura on Raw on November 24th. And Dragon Lee Independent teamed up to take on the forces of Boston Lee. Austin Theory is the next matchup, and with Paul Heyman and Logan Paul winning their teams set the corner. So, as you said, smooth, this open to Theory started for their teams with a quick lockup. Independent turned to a young star, but just striking a cross on his back at one point, but he followed up with a facebuster, and Theory responded with a kick to the face before attacking in Boston Lee. And Dragon Lee came in that Lessender's used to speed to take control of the Assets with some double team offers by the time the sub cut to the break. Austin Theory possibly will back in control. Independent and Dragon Lee are both, yet it has a performance. Boston Reed is one of the best big men in WWE, and Ferry is a young star who has yet to reach his full potential, so and there was more than enough talent in the ring to make this a good match. As it may have followed a preamble, but the way it has ended with a very surprising has Dragon Lee was celebrating at the ringside after his cover move. It was Braun Breaker. The pair came out of nowhere to spill him out of his boots, and Braun Breaker insert forces continue to resist deposit. Adam Pearce trying to tell them to stop, and he got in Braun Breaker's face, and it took everyone that the forces took to hold him back from beating him 6 a.m. And Paul Heyman tried to talk everyone down, but Pearce told all of them to get out of the building, and said so has returned, and Pearce suspended Braun Breaker finally. So, and the winner on this match, Dragon Lee, defended won by DQ. And speaking to artists in the character side, reports say also about a title match at Backstage. And they also agreed, but warning them about reasons the best tag team isn't a game. And it seemed like Dragon Lee and Styles of both limited move on after losing the tag titles. And Dragon Lee indicated to Boston Reed only well because Reed, so it Dragon Lee didn't get enough height to get his legs around Boston Reed's head, as much as it pains us to give Logan Paul credit for ending him, has playing in there every week just so it is a comment to playing a WWE superstar. He could still be working part-time whenever he wanted to. So here's the main event. So we have AJ Styles, it goes 1-on-1 against Gunther. After last time in 4 matches, AJ Styles, Dragon Lee lost to the Usos on Raw on December 29th, and Gunther on the free R-Truth on Raw on December 29th. So, this week's in the main event, and we saw AJ Styles take on Gunther. AJ Styles took it away, and Gunther was speaking about retiring John Cena, possibly will lead to this match taking place. After the crowd was seeing as the match began, AJ Styles put Gunther on the corner and throwing a stiff kick that sent the ring against Gunther to the floor, and then he under the cover. Some fans were loud, but it wasn't always easy to tell what they were searching for. After of Gunther tried to out-wrestle Styles, but overkick just in his young, and it was in a drop kick that sent him out to the ring. After was lead to the final one, hitting a slingshot forearm, and over to a top rope. I didn't think like Styles had his number into one hang sharp and sent him crossing from to the apron just on the floor as the soap went to a break. And Styles tied the Walker over his legs and made him tap out with a cuff crosser when the soap was back, but Gunther wasn't to make it to the bottom rope to force it to break the ropes. So I was impressing these two put on a great show. They made so to seal all the big spots while also keeping it with a warm, whiskey piece that made both men look like a tough competitors. And this is competition that could have been a great world title feud during Gunther his longest reign, but they only all fought on house shows. And Gunther broke out of the cuff crosser again by slamming Styles his head into the mat at several times, but the follow one locked it in again. The Styles got Gunther tap and released to a hold, but the referee didn't see it. And Gunther hit a low blow on it with the referee had his back. He turned with lead to him, hit a powerbomb for the win. The race just ended was a little confusing since the camera didn't show Gunther tap, but we got a little angle of it after the bout was over. So the winner on this match is Gunther. A Harvey Styles should won, but he lose the match. After between Gunther talk about Styles and point is respectful, like after he cut off Saki Bateman in the middle of her full questions, it was a good hit move. After the announcers mentioned that AJ Styles has decided 2026 will be his final year as a pro wrestler. And he is wondered how Gunther stops sounds so much louder than most people stops. Here's a final word. Money's War from Sydney, United States was a pretty dance in the middle this whole episode, but it had a couple of highlights. It's worth noting. So, I just agreements to retreat a tag match was a lot of fun, and Savon Evans had an 18 and covered with Buffalo on the show. Also, however, the main event was the best thing on the show. So Savon Evans with a wonky ending is just going to put on a great performance that proved WWE should have pulled him up for a defeat sooner. After we have Sunday night main event into the Royal Rumble right around to the corner, and WWE is about to title into its busy season. So let's hope it has some big surprises in store along So Road to WrestleMania. So let's go to next week's Raw. From next week's, we have, let me see here, guys. Hold on. From next week, it'll be on the 19th. Give me 1 second here, guys. Stay tuned. For next week, let me look it up quick. So, starting next week, we have 3 title matches announced for next week's in Raw in Saturday night main event. Will be on January 24th. This comes takes place. So let me see. Yeah, it's 3 time matches will be announced next week. So extra time for Raw. So let me see for next week's the start time. Hold on. Monday Night Raw. The start time. So give me a quick minute. So next week's a Monday Night Raw event and it's called Buff Fast on January 19th and 2026 with start time at 12 a.m. It starts at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in the afternoon. Next week it starts at 3 p.m. afternoon too. So that's to remind you guys, it starts at 3. Just a reminder, just to let you guys know for next week. So let's go to my Twitter thing here. So give me 1 minute here. So let's start with that here. Let me see some notes for this week. Thank you for the element module. Oh, anytime, guys, anytime. So I'm gonna let you guys know. So we can do anytime. And thanks for you guys coming out here today. So we got more matches announced tomorrow night on NXT. On CW, it starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow night on Is the Time. Tomorrow night. To remind you, tomorrow night it starts at 8 on CW Network. So, it's more news. Hold on. So let me see here. So I might be at new wrestling. Other big superstars announced. What do you think? What will walk away? It's a new WSW Wrestling World Champion. When we this coming May in 2026. This new Western School. I haven't seen it, but I haven't seen it. So, hope you guys have a great week, and we may have. It's give me. Speaking to P. Jenny Insult confirms that machine guns are folk requested to look at the AAA tapings wrestle for this weekend, so in which Jerry has is entitled into AA to get a more party to the brand. This is the right way to do it. This was a spoiler. So do you remember this man? His name is what's the guy's name? Hold on. Let me look it up here. Is it Jimmy Young? Might be back. Yeah. Jimmy Young is coming back to WWE soon. Back in my day. I already think he might come back to WWE contract on May 4th, 2009. That's been a long time for Jimmy Young. Has a Nazis. What's more, I never understand why he was released from WWE. So, I don't know why WWE let her leave. So, and they didn't give her a chance. It's also in WWE is a capitalism of a performance in backstage, but politics was worth more if you want to stay in the company. Because he didn't bring anything. So NXT can be void sometimes they will release very promising pro wrestlers for a no good reason. Agreed with this info. Yeah, I agree myself too. And they just started doing good and then release and they go. And didn't see plus the top rope move when she came back for such a TNA thing. So it does not make any sense. So we might find out what's gonna happen next for TNA. So with more, Larson after Outlast wasn't better than Hall and splitting them up was a right call. I thought it came down to Hall back to NXT or to releasing Hall. She chooses to leave, which has worked out for Hall. She made a good team with Last, but the comic was more just fire in Last than Hall. I think. So I've been saying that Hall and Last will be destroyed. So Women's Tag Division right now on the main roster. So I think she will be back very soon. So this was a good thing to have. So WWE probably saw Hulk as a pretty this face. Once more, speaking to Educated Kai is my shocking release. I know I will never understand to release Hulk. If he came back to NXT as MARA SADE for spelled for a little while. That's what I'm saying. So, and now he has obviously not being resigned. So, we might find out soon. So, let me see. Okay, that's not it. So, and they need, so where he need for Tony it was evolved as well. I think. So I was like wasn't involved on TV. I wasn't last Wednesday. It was a facet so. So when I'm saying this before. So I don't forget to just a reminder me on AMC. It starts on January 15th. It's on Thursday on AMC. Had to reminder of that too as well. So thank you for coming out here today, and we will see you guys on Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. On this Wednesday is so much more. So I will be back here for next week for Monday Night Raw. It starts at 3 p.m. for next week. I'll see you guys on Wednesday on AEW Dynamite is so much more. So have a great Monday. Have a rest of your day. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. So I say good next time, stay tuned for more of any more news on WWE 2K26 and so much more. So have a great Monday. Have a rest of the week. I'll say good, see you guys next time. I'll see you on Wednesday. So I don't to forget to like and subscribe. Smash the bell, my love application below, and so many more to come. So have a great Monday, have a rest of the week. I'll see you guys on AEW Dynamite if so much more. So let's go to set the polls. Right now, let's wrap this up. So let me see. So we got 67% like you said tonight on the wall. 33% is a right. So it's a right. It's so percent didn't like it. So let's go to on the Twitter poll. Give it 1 minute here. So we got 7% liked it, and 7% is right. So let's just wrap this up here. So have a great Monday, you guys. I'll see you guys on to and remind you on Wednesday for a Daddy Dynamite and so much more. You get more Sickle, more Stizzle, Occupy Spotify Radio, Pack Podcast Anything, and so much more. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.